Alright, just trying to get some new stuff set up in the live stream here before we get started. Mainly, we've got a webcam set up now, which is new. And we're going to try to get the chat to show up as well as part of the live stream. So that's what just appeared. Let's just see, move that to the bottom. So that should give us some chat. We can probably resize this. That is probably... There it is. So what I added to this stream is below my face, you can see the Joicaster chat module. This lets me see chat from a couple different platforms. It's pretty cool. I had to screw with the aspect ratio on my game, so I've got this big black bar at the bottom of the stream, but we're gonna just keep on trucking like this for this stream and get some feedback once people tune in and see how disruptive these changes are. So the last game I streamed, we were doing expert level, and now we've upped our game to master because our DPS and toughness are progressing nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and just start a game. I don't remember how many key fragments I had, so we may or may not be able to dive right into... I don't know if it makes sense. No, I've got 7. So we can do some riffs and see, probably stream for about 2 hours. So we'll do some riffs and then see if it makes sense to do any adventure mode to recoup some of these keystone fragments. Where we left off with the gear, I was working on this amulet. So now it's got vitality, although what I was really going for is crit chance. We'd love to get a 10% crit chance roll on it. And then I think on the cinder coat, I'd like to give up the vitality in exchange for sockets. So I could like 3 socket the rubies or something like that. And I think that's it. Otherwise, you know, legendary stuff all around if we can get it. We're currently rocking 472,000 damage. Our regen is still kicking pretty good. At, you know, right now I gotta be hitting shit in order to not die. And then crit chance is doing good. So if we could get crit chance like 45% and then get crit damage closer to 300%, I think we'd be ready for Torment difficulty. I think that would put our character sheet DPS around 600k, and then you know, plus I've got things like increased fire damage and whirlwind damage and stuff like that. So the build is really turning into like a fire whirlwind barb. Nothing, I'm not trying to like follow anything specific. It just seems to be the way that the game is directing me with the drops and things that I'm getting.
Not enough fury.
Man, having this camera here is really distracting. I keep looking over. I'm like, who's that handsome man? I'm like, oh yeah, it's me. I used to have, this is my first time running the camera. I was running that Frylock image. I don't know why I had that Frylock. I've just used it like for stuff forever. But I got some comments, like, or I guess not so much comments, just questions on like, what's the deal with the Frylock? Why don't you have a picture of your handsome mug? So that's what I've done. Ooh, that hurts. Luckily we were like just out of, I think we were like just out of range of one of those. I'm not gonna get lucky that time. There we go, we'll just let those things think about their decision to fuck with me.
Could we find more like that?
Sure, let's not do exactly like that. I started rocking this, a different battle cry. I was using one that like slowed monsters' attack speeds, but I realized that my resistances were complete garbage. So instead, I switched to Warcry with the resistance buff rune, which has been nice. But I'm still like arcane and poison are rough for me. See, my arcane and poison aren't really where they should be. So we don't like to encounter like poisonous, arcane, freezing things if we can avoid it.
Not enough fury.
Unfortunately, I had some you know, like replacing one screen with another doesn't really like compromise my muscle memory too much, because I just like constantly tap that 3 button anyway, so that just keeps my resistances up all the time. I love like the big yellow numbers. I know that in the grand scheme of things, you know, 2 million damage crit is still small potatoes compared to apparently like the Torment 6 steamrollers that exist out there. But this is hardcore, and you know, pretty much like have to find all of our gear and not die. So we got to take it slow. I can't like just kind of like steam dive into you know, a torment mode that I can't handle, like for the sake of finding, you know, the increased magic find. So this is really like it's a war of attrition. Like, who will be here longer, Diablo or my hardcore character? And I really like the decision to wait. I kind of pulled 500,000 DPS out of my ass when we were talking about like when to advance from expert to master, but this is working out really nicely because, you know, stuff just kind of melts. Oh, and I do have a new item that I haven't. I got a belt. I don't remember if I got that during the last stream or not, but I was able to play for like, you know, I had like 30 minutes or something like that. So I came in and I did a little juicing, and I ended up getting this belt that's like picking up a health globe releases an explosion that deals 317% weapon damage as fire to enemies within 20 yards. So now, as I you know, I got the Reaper wraps for to keep me, to help keep me whirlwinding. And now as I'm just like whirlwinding back and forth through shit, and I start picking up these health gloves, I just drop explosions out of my butt. It's a pretty nice bonus. And for some reason, I felt like one of the passives that existed also would, hold on a second. I thought there was a passive that gave like a 50% chance to drop health globes, but that must have been like back. It probably got like cycled out or something like that. But if I could find something that would fit nicely with the whirlwind build, that would allow for more health globes to drop, I think that could be really fun, because you see how I just like go supernova every time I run over a health globe. I'd like to. Obviously, anything we could do to amp that up would be good. What's going on, guys? I got some viewers on the Joicaster network. We're just running adventure mode. We're in this is a harder difficulty than I've been doing, because I think that like my DPS and toughness finally warranted something like that. So that's what we're doing, and it's turning out, it's working quite nicely. We actually didn't quite get to 500,000. Like I said, 500,000 was the limit, but I'm basically at like 8 million toughness. So, I thought that the 25k discrepancy would be alright, and we're pretty much melting stuff, so it's working out nicely. Gotta stay hydrated while we run through the pits of hell. And I just went completely backwards. So now we get to cover some ground previously explored. I'm sorry if you guys keep seeing me look over at you. I keep getting distracted by the camera. Again, I was saying at the start of the stream, I guess it was like 15 minutes ago, but I went ahead and ordered this like little Logitech webcam so you guys can see me hold my breath or whatever it is I do and I don't know that I do while I'm playing, instead of my little Frylock guy. Although I miss my Frylock guy. Maybe I can find a space for him in that big black area below. I had the aspect ratio on the stream is, in order to keep the aspect ratio for the game and fit the camera and the multi-chat, I had to shrink the gameplay area a little bit. So we're still pushing 720p, and the game area is 16 by 9, but it's created this black void down below the video that I need to find something to do with. I don't like this because this is such a narrow space, so we need to get this shit frozen right away. Kill as much stuff as we can before they're able to spawn more arcane. Like, arcane is basically my kryptonite. I have like 300 arcane resistance, so I think the game knows that because they constantly throw more arcane at me than I'm equipped to handle. Now we're in bad shape because my only recovery really is to hit stuff. So we don't want to get frozen either. There was a point when I had a crap ton of life per second, but that's all seemed to have migrated to per hit, so I just have to... I know I'm saying that out loud, but it's just to remind myself that I don't have the luxury of like regenerating life while I'm frozen like I did previously. health globes. See, this is where that, like, anything that could help me get more health globes to drop, like maybe on a crit or something, would be fantastic. Because I'm critting plenty. But getting more, getting the benefit of the Reaper's Wrap and this belt explosion every time I crit would be the bomb. Close enough to the... I probably should have saved that fortune shrine. Didn't think about it. I'm close enough to the rift boss that I could have come back and grabbed that. I pretty much like everything about this fire whirlwind barb. I just need more health globes to drop so I could take advantage of the Reaper's Wraps in this belt. Man, these guys were just waiting there for me. Oh, and this is exactly, if I had to pick where to fight a Rift Guardian, it's on these little fucking steps with nowhere to go. Would definitely be where I picked. We got some good CC on him. Wait, was he not there? Where is it? I thought I just killed the Rift Guardian. Apparently I did not kill the Rift Guardian. So we're in some kind of weird limbo. Let me check back on the previous platform. Ah. He even spawned back over by the Fortune Shrine. I definitely should have saved that thing, huh? Ooh, it's the Butcher. Neat trick. Let me show you mine. I actually don't think that the Butcher was like, his boss mechanics aren't really that big of a challenge. It was the arena. Like when you played in that arena and the floor just turned on fire. Like after, I don't know if it was like a rage timer or something, but eventually just the entire floor was on fire. Like shit or get off the pot. I think that was the hardest part of this guy. Not like his damage or anything in particular. Hey Heldemek. Been live like maybe 15 minutes? 23 minutes. How you doing? So we got a while. I'm probably gonna do like 2 hours. This was I mean, the beginning of the stream was boring anyway. I was trying to get my webcam set up and get this chat. I don't know if you can see now. I've got this chat thing going. Trying to like format the stream, like fit the myriad of things people have come to expect while live streaming. You got my handsome face now, and chat. So now people, like when we chat across platform, people can see who I'm talking to. I'm doing good. I was able to bump up the difficulty, so now I don't know if you noticed, but I'm in master difficulty now, and I'm doing pretty well. Like nothing too scary. What level's your demon hunter? Oh yeah, we don't want to get rid of the Reaper's Reps.
Tyrael, it's been interesting for me to see all of these places where you and the Nephilim journeyed. I've heard so much about your adventures with Leah and Cain. I almost feel like I was there.
They were trying times.
Sorry, every time I look over it's to see if you've answered. I think there's a little bit of a delay on the YouTube chat.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
Is your demon hunter, is it hardcore or are you doing normal?
Not enough fury.
Oh, it is on hardcore. Power leveling you.
Need more time.
That's nice of him. Are you gonna do the next season? I was thinking about doing the next season, and then I logged in today. I guess they did a server maintenance this morning, and they updated the BattleNet client with like info about the next season. So I think I was on the fence. I think now I'm definitely gonna do hardcore season character for season 4. Come here.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
Channeling. What does this mean? Free casting. Perfect. So when you do a season character, you won't be at a power level. I've got another viewer that wants to play a season character when I play. You happy to join us, or happy to have you join us if you want. I don't know what your schedule's like. Everybody must get froze. Oh, well, then we'll catch up to you. Are you gonna do hardcore season? That's what like my plan is. Definitely hardcore season. Bring it. Yeah, I feel like hardcore season, like level 70 in 2 days would be tough. I guess, I mean, in terms of like number of hours played, maybe not. I'm trying to think about how many hours I had to play. Like if I played, you know, 32 hours over the course of 2 days and didn't die, maybe. But I certainly would not feel comfortable like trying to play Torment or something difficulty for the extra experience on hardcore. Whereas on like a normal like softcore character, I would probably you know, play on a higher difficulty level once I got, you know, like one legendary drop. And just, you know, until I died and then scale it back.
Enemies defy all reason.
More fury. Not ready yet.
Ooh, don't like seeing the health move. What's going on, guys? See, we've got like 2 or 3 more viewers. We're just, I'm playing this Hardcore Barb. I've basically been streaming the majority of its progress over like the last 2 weeks. So we're level 70, hardcore, just doing master difficulty for now until we get to probably, I'm thinking like, well, this is with this rampage buff, but I'm at like 470 something damage naturally. But if we could get to 600,000 damage, then I probably would kick it up into torment difficulty.
Still recharging.
Glorious development. I love this, like, whatever this is, Nephilim Glory. It looks like I'm just, like, randomly shooting lightning at him. It's, like, pretty substantial. I was saying towards the start of the stream, I'm really happy with like, I guess this build's just kind of turning into like a fire whirlwind build. The only thing I need is something to increase the frequency with which health globes drop. I don't know if there's if anyone has any advice on that. Because if I could get more health globes, I could obviously keep my fury furious, but then I could also, I have this like belt that like makes me explode. Let's bring this away. Come down the stairs. The health globes actually explode for a decent amount of damage, like when I pick them up. So if I'm in like a group of monsters, I don't know if you remember in Diablo 2, like a necromancer's corpse explode, how you basically had to get like one monster dead, and then you were able to just like smash around in the group and blow everything up. It kind of has that feel to it. If I could just get some more health globes to drop. Come on, when I push the button, cast the skill.
I'm overburdened.
Nothing. Oh, and we're full of blood shards, so that means we get to have a gamble party. Does that sound like fun? Is Battle Rage, is that a passive? I don't want to close it yet because I still have blood shards down there, but I need to find Kadala. There you are.
Hello there.
Actually, let's get rid of all this stuff. Were you on when I got the green weapon? I'll show you in a second. So I got this weapon, like you're talking about set stuff. So Bulkatha's Solemn Vow. But basically it looks like it's a two-piece weapon set. It's a two-piece weapon set that will make me whirlwind forever. So we're looking for the second piece, which I guess I could start gambling for. I've been gambling on armor items, like trying to, you know, get like legendary armor items. But I suppose, well, the thing is that the weapons are just more expensive. That's why I've been doing armor, because, you know, I could use some like rings, like the, you know, trifecta rings, or, you know, I don't know. Maybe we will. That's a good idea, actually, to try to... I can't gamble on a mighty weapon. So we're out of luck. That removes that. So we're just going to gamble on armor again. Any, you know, some kind of legendary helmet would be cool. So with some gloves. Although I don't know if... Can you get crit damage on gloves? I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, so gloves can get it. I'm actually gonna roll on gloves. We're gonna see if we can't get some baller ass gloves. Nope.
What? I didn't even know I had that thing.
We don't want to lose a quarter of our damage.
Wow, isn't that nice?
Ooh. Crit hit chance. So this is a, I mean, this looks like it's like a novelty set built for thorns. I like everything about this. Oh, I didn't know that. So I will gamble weapons, especially now that we've already got, you know, our second or third gamble we hit the gloves. But I'm trying to think, what am I giving up here? Attack speed. But I'm getting a shit ton of strength and vitality, as well as resistance. I mean, I basically become 32% harder to kill. I give up some regen. We're gonna go with it. Like, these are pretty good. I'm gonna do it. So let's see. So we're gonna wear these gloves. And then I'm gonna go back down and I'm gonna pick up the rest of my blood shards, and then I'm gonna gamble on weapons like Hail to Mech suggests.
Returning to town.
So what we want to find, what we're gambling on now is we need the Bolcathos warrior blood. How much damage did you lose?
Excellent.
Are you ready? That will look nice on you.
Man, tonight is my night. Although that's gonna get salvaged because it doesn't complement anything. But at least it, you know, it's a free. We can re-roll something on my chest. I just wonder if now it's even going to be possible to get that. I've gotten two. I've got a set item and a legendary item already just gambling like in the last 2 minutes.
Do come back again.
I don't think that's supposed to happen. Well, the thing is, I basically can gamble on shoulders and a helmet, right? And those will still cost me 25 shards. But I don't... I mean, I guess now I could look at trying to complete this Thorns set for some reason. But it doesn't really play well with the Fire Barb that I'm trying to put together. So I don't know... I don't know what makes sense. We're just going to salvage this as well. And then I'm going to take this... I'd love to get more crit chance. Well, actually I'm going to re-roll the vitality on this because it's a lower number. Well, no, but I just got a like... Yeah. Let me see which one might be easier to obtain. This has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 options. Whereas, oh, they're both the same. Well, damn it. I'd like to get crit chance on this amulet, and I'd like to get 3 sockets on the cinder coat. I'm going to start with the sockets. We're going to try to re-roll these sockets. It's nothing. That's a wash. So, let's see what that was worth. Oh, let me straighten up for you. I keep forgetting I've got this camera on. So now we're going to head back down. Keep on trucking. Put this, and this away. There we go.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials? More time.
I forgot. You said battle rage. Let's take a look. Where would I put that? Well, let me see if I replaced Ground Stomp with Battle Rage, what that would look like. But it only gives you... %8 chance. That's going to be really tough, actually. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I can't give up my Ground Stomp. But this would be good. 10% chance to drop a health globe. That's better. At least you got me to look at it. I'll give up the fire damage on Ground Stomp in exchange for health globes.
Still recharging.
That's really nice. I just like stomp on the ground and somebody tees up a health globe for me. And the health globe blows them up in their face.
Need more time.
Hail to Mech, you are the man for making me look at that.
Still recharging.
Oh, thanks, Boken. That's why I take it nice and easy. And I mean, sometimes I'm like pulling these numbers out of my ass, but you know, like I've decided, I'm like, well, I gotta be at 600,000 DPS before I screw around with Torment. But on my normal character, I was like, I always would try, you know, always guilty of trying much harder than the character could, you know, sustain. And to be honest, I've never really gotten like amazingly good at min-maxing this game, because I just don't have the patience to like break out an Excel spreadsheet in order to figure out like what stat I need to micro into my build. But fortunately, like with this guy, the game's been pretty generous. Like, I got a pretty dope two-hander. It's been kind of gearing me towards fire, I guess. With plus fire damage and cinder coat. And this belt is just a bonus. Like, the fact that the Reaper wraps and this belt are like a double whammy with health gloves. It's just really fun. Any minute.
The Rift Guardian is here.
And it is done. Legendary dagger. You're in my camera.
You have a camera?
Yes.
Oh, forgot about that.
That was my wife. So here we go. It looks like that guy left. He basically joined to tell me, I think to tell me that I need to look how real Diablo players play. But I'm pretty sure that everybody plays Diablo for the most part the same way. It's like step 1, kill shit. And then step 2, find shit. And then step 3 is put shit on. Now granted, if you forget one of those steps, you're going to be in trouble. Jesus. 17,000 life per hit. Just pop that. Man. Like the hoarder in me wants to keep that for like the next character. Like a monk or something, if I re-roll the strength to the dex. But then there's part of me that wants to salvage it so I could gamble again on my amulet. Decisions. I guess we don't have to make that decision right now. I'm not like starving for inventory space. I just have a bad habit of... I just have a really bad habit of holding on to shit forever.
Impressive.
Yeah, so I've in like the last hour, I've gained like 2 million toughness. I've lost some regen. Life per second's gone down. But we're still life per hit's where most of our mojo's coming from. So I guess that's alright, but we're not really making any progress on the damage front. We really need... we really needed something like crit damage to roll on these gloves. Yeah, and then, you know, these rings need to be replaced. They should have more strength. And then crit damage, crit chance, and attack speed. But everything comes to those who put in the time.
Embrace your power, and you...
Build up a little bit of rage. Alright guys, you may see me here. I'm gonna attempt to be the man of the house and open a jar of diced pimentos. Pimentos, if I'm saying that right. Let's see if we can get it. There it is. I gotta hurry because they're needed for... Oh, my hands. They're all sweaty from the... Man, I'm making some faces. They're too sweaty. Let's see if the mouse... No, I don't have the right type of mouse pad to help with this. You're gonna have to bang on that a bit.
With a knife or
Yeah, with the knife. That was a failure. I just humiliated myself trying to open a jar of pimentos. Yeah. That's what you get when you watch me play Diablo. Like every once in a while there's just some arbitrary shit like trying to open a jar. But I had sweaty Diablo hands, so I wasn't able... I'm gonna blame it on the Diablo hands. I couldn't get a firm grip. Does increased attack speed like affect anything with Whirlwind or no? Trying to think about like what stat improvement I need to focus on. And it's like aside from crit damage, I'm missing crit damage on my gloves and I'm missing crit chance on my amulet. I was trying to understand what I would look for next. Like if attack speed on a ring would make sense. For this build, anyway. Oof. That jump landed on that health pod in like a Michael Bay action film sort of way. Ogild's authority. It's a plan. So with the next patch changes, I think the crafting might actually be interesting. So getting all these plans probably isn't terrible. Although I'll be on a seasonal character at least until my first seasonal character dies, hardcore, and then maybe I would switch back to the Barb. I don't know. I'm also trying to decide what I should play. Like if I make a seasonal character, I don't know that I would necessarily want to do another Barb because Bam Bam here feels like such a badass. I don't want to like chase after this same build, you know? And I also don't want to like contaminate my muscle memory for this build. Like what buttons to press when. But I think a monk could be cool, or a wizard. It's just, the wizard is so frail. Oh shit. I love these big open maps. It's just like non-stop shit. And we've got 3 yellows on the same screen. 4. That's a first for me. And we're just activating all kinds of shit. There's like not anywhere I can click that doesn't make me go somewhere I don't want to be. And the arcane, I don't know if you remember, like, of all my resistances, arcane is like woefully inadequate. So there is that to deal with. Dispatched that pretty well. I don't know how this map got set up where like every elite was within like half a screen of each other. Like I actually think there was another one up here that maybe I dodged activating. But at least that didn't happen while the Rift Guardian was out.
The Rift Guardian is here.
I got that legendary dagger, but I think that was on the last run. It was the last Rift Guardian dropped a legendary dagger. And then I got like 2 items just from gambling in this plan. But I don't know what Algold's authority is, so we'll see that in a second. So this is his plan. Reduces damage. Increases damage against elite 15%. I don't know why I pluralize that. 15%. That's pretty good. I imagine that would come in handy like as you start hitting in the later torment modes.
The ancient rattling strength.
Interesting. Yeah, it was this dagger that I got. The barber. I was just gonna salvage it, but like if the strength were dex or something, it could be good for, you know, another character. Or hell, even a like a wizard with the life on hit. Like if the strength were int and then the cold damage. I think there's something that's like makes 20% more cold damage. So that could get nasty. So I'm going to go ahead and run this rift. This might be the last one, depending on how fast we run it. We'll be at like an hour and 45 for the stream, but I gotta eat some food. This mortal form becomes weak. I need sustenance. Something like that. Just going for the Thor thing. Man, we are just blowing shit up. It's like they make the critical mistake of dropping health globes. All their illusions drop these health globes, and then it just lights out. Ooh, legendary amulet. What'd you eat yesterday? What the hell is Wrath of the Berserker? Oh, well that's stupid. So like every 2 minutes I can make people jump up and down. And plus it's like lightning damage, and I do that sometimes. Like we'll go to I don't know if you've ever done like a Brazilian steakhouse, but it's basically like all you can eat meat served to you on swords. And you just you end up eating so much meat that afterwards, like you go home, you go into like a 12 or 13 hour meat coma, and then you don't eat the entire day, like the entire next day. Dude, it's so much protein. It's like overwhelming protein. Here it's called like Texas Day Brazil. But I mean, I think they probably have a restaurant like this everywhere. But like, you have this little token on your table, and you turn the token green, and people just come by with these swords, and you pull meat off the swords. Like whatever type of meat you want, and then you're like, no more meat, and you turn your token over to red, and then they stop bothering you until you turn your token back up to green. It's called a Brazilian steakhouse. It is definitely like, at minimum, you gotta get someone to take you there on your birthday or something. It's usually like, I think it's like $50 or something like that. Oh my god, and they all have this bread. It's like this bread with it's like a bread roll, like a soft doughy bread roll with cheese in the middle. And I'm pretty sure like every Brazilian steakhouse has this same bread. Now I want that. Damn it.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Still recharging.
Definitely feeling the lack of, need some health globes to drop. Get some fury up. There's nothing less satisfying than having to resort to your basic attack. Looks like maybe up here. Empty room. Oh God, what did we not do? All the way back at the entrance. This is a hell of a lull. There we go. Oh, it's just another empty room. God damn. Send me all the way back? No. What am I missing? This frickin' dungeon. Besides the way down. Oh my god, maybe it's this little... Blizzard, I like what you've done with the place. Yeah, there it is. God. There we go. I'm gonna get that belt kicking in. Boom, boom. Explosions. This is my least favorite map. I was talking about this map the other day. I'd been pretty fortunate that it's been a while since I've drawn this map. Another set plan. Lots of construction and crafting plans. Makes my heart jump when you see a green. And then you realize it's a book. Just plays this weird classical music. I don't know what Blizzard was going for when creating this. If they're going for some kind of Hannibal vibe. They're I'll take some of the liver as we decapitate this fine gentleman. Here we go, here we go. Freeze. See, it's like these fights where it makes me know like I don't have enough DPS yet. Like I should be able to burn the Rift Guardian down in like 30 seconds. Nothing fun. Nothing fun dropped.
I need to go back.
Let's check out what we did get. No, instead of dwelling on what we didn't get. What are your thoughts on this amulet? I don't think it contributes to this build. At all. And I don't use Wrath of the Berserker. So I'm just gonna salvage it, I think. I'll wait to hear your thoughts. What did I just learn? Alright, well then it's settled. We're gonna salvage this amulet. And then we're gonna take another shot at getting damage, or we're gonna take another shot at getting sockets on the cinder coat. So, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. There it is. 3 sockets. So I guess we should make some better gems to put in there. We don't have a ton of money, so we'll go with Imperial rubies for now. So that'll give us another 300 strength. Which is very nice. And now I can concentrate all of my rerolls maybe on this amulet. I really think it needs to have critical hit chance instead of vitality. So that's where I'm gonna start focusing my thoughts, like putting that out into the universe.
Your skill.
Right, I'm gonna wrap it up by gambling. Could probably use could probably use a cool helmet. So let's see if we can get a legendary helmet. We should have like 6 tries, I think. So here we go.
What a steal.
Crown, legendary helmet. Strength, vitality, whirlwind damage, and a socket. And it's got the added bonus of whenever a gem drops, a gem of the type socketed also drops. That's more of a novelty than anything. I don't even know what gems do in the helmets, so I'm not sure whether or not to feel excited about that. The whirlwind damage is interesting because I actually use whirlwind. But I lose crit chance, which is why it's taking such a big hit. I'm going to hang on to it, and I'm not going to press my luck with any more hats. We're just going to go for shoulders.
See you soon.
And that didn't do anything. So we got a legendary helmet. I just want to see what... No, I want to see what the... I wonder if I could re-roll the socket. That would be interesting, right? Like the one... Like the legendary... Like the whole bonus is about this gem. Probably that'd be stupid. Let's just see what gems. Cooldown reduction. Gold fine. Magic fine. Life. So I could have 20% more life. But I do 15% more whirlwind. The cooldown reduction might not be bad. It would shave 6 seconds off my earthquake. I'm going to keep this helmet. But I'm going to roll with the new helmet with cooldown reduction. Let me see what like a higher quality diamond would do. It's like negligible. So we could roll with an 11% cooldown reduction in the helmet. We lost about 30,000 damage by giving up the crit, but I'm hoping we'll get the crit back on this necklace. So if we do that, then I think it'll be a net win. Because we could get 10% on the necklace. And we're going to keep this other gem. No, sorry, that's the wrong... I almost saved the wrong helmet. We want to save this helmet And we're going to keep the other helmet in case I'm not happy with the damage trade-off. And then that's it. We're just under 2 hours. I was gonna stream 2 hours, but I'm getting really hungry. So, and I'm not really a fan of the idea of eating on camera. So what I'm gonna do is probably stop it here for tonight, and then I'm gonna schedule another stream for Diablo tomorrow. And I'll eat beforehand so I'll be able to go at it a little bit longer. But I appreciate you guys having watched. Hail to Mech. Glad you could make it today. I saw you missed the stream Sunday. I hope you had a good weekend. And if you're around tomorrow, I'd love to just hang out some more. Until then, thanks a lot and have a good night.